If you are looking for one of the top rated Arizona communities, that is exactly what I'm going to show you today. I'm taking you on a driving tour of Verrado in Buckeye, Arizona. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Braden. I'm a real estate agent here in the Phoenix metro area. And if you are looking for a community that maybe doesn't feel quite like Phoenix and the desert, then today I'm taking you on a driving tour of Verrado. This is a master planned community and it has small town vibes. It is more green than most communities and neighborhoods are in the Phoenix metro area, and I really think that you're gonna love it. Verrado is very community focused and it is highly rated for a reason. Not only because of how it looks, but also the feeling of community and involvement that you can get from this community, as well as all of the different housing styles and how well maintained it is. So if you're looking for a true community, whether you're looking to retire and live in an age-restricted community, you're looking to golf, you're looking to get connected, or you just want a family-friendly or walking, biking, hiking-friendly neighborhood, this is going to be a great option for you. We really think that you're going to love this community just as much as most other people do that are looking to move and end up falling in love with the community of Verrado. The Buckeye, Arizona community of Verrado, and just got off of the I-10, so it's just north of the I-10 when you are going westbound, so on your way out of the major Phoenix metro area. Right now we have construction going on. There's so much development going on in Buckeye. So we just got through some construction. That pretty much sucked, but that's okay because now we're heading into Buckeye. We're already in Buckeye. We're heading into Verrado. We're gonna check out this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful community. So much to be desired. They have, like that sign says, like 78 parks, like over 75 clubs. This is the community that you are looking for if you're not looking for a lot of what the rest of Phoenix looks like. If you're looking for something that doesn't look exactly like Phoenix and feels more like a community and a small town, Verrado is one of those communities. So we're gonna just start driving through. There's a lot of building going on in Buckeye in general, but Verrado has a lot of new construction going on. So it's really nice because if you're looking for new construction or if you're looking for resale, you can find a good amount of both. We're gonna be on the higher end of like that median price point, to high end, and then some luxury homes as well here in Verrado. But lots of amenities here. So they've got a really cute like main street, all of the parks, they've got golf as well. They have walking and biking trails, and then of course the community factor of the clubs. I mean, I don't know about you, but I actually love that they have like official Verrado clubs. I think that is so nice if you're looking to get involved, or if, let's say, you're relocating here, you don't know anybody or you don't know very many people. What better way to get to know people in your community than to join a club? They also have the Victory section of the community, which is age restricted. So if you are looking to retire, you're looking to really get involved or just be in a retirement community, that could be a really good option for you. They have their golf course and everything as well. I will make sure that I drive through. This is a master planned community out here in the Buckeye area, and so you'll see that's why there's all of these different subdivisions and everything within. And one of the nice things is that they have it planned out so that all the little subsections within the community have the parks and recreational activities. So they've got this park right here that we're driving past, and then it's just really sought out. So there's tons of little smaller neighborhoods within the overall Verrado community, and Verrado is right surrounded like by these beautiful mountains, and some of the mountains on the north side of the neighborhood, they have like these the Verrado stairs on that mountain, so you can hike, and it's a little stairwell to the top, really great for exercise. And it does not quite feel like Phoenix. Even those mountains are a little bit more like, they're like stone, little bit different. So this is a really sought after community in Arizona. It's one of the top rated. So I talk about Vistancia a lot. We share a lot about that community because there's so much interest. Verrado is just like that, very similar. Obviously the location is different, but very similar in amenities and why they are such sought after communities. Again, they're not quite, they don't quite feel like you're living in Phoenix. A lot of people feel more connected in these master planned communities. If you're looking for a neighborhood without an HOA, though, this is not going to fit those needs. So that is just something to consider, because there are HOAs, why you get the really nice amenities and all the parks and stuff. And so that is something to consider, because sometimes people want all of the amenities and they want the involvement of the community, but they don't want the HOA fees that come with it. And a lot of these master plan communities like Verrado, they definitely come with those HOA fees. There's a lot of different types of styles of homes here in Verrado. I think that's another reason why it doesn't quite feel the same as a lot of the other areas, because people think that everything in Arizona and in Phoenix is the same, and I can understand why, because a lot of it very much looks the same, and it is kind of difficult to stray away from that. I mean, a lot of our homes here are stucco. They have a very similar look. The subdivisions that are being built out, especially any newer construction, is all going to look very, very similar because of the master planned and like the way that they design those neighborhoods. There's, you know, only a few select variations, but there are some different types of properties. Obviously you have some higher end properties, you have some row home style properties like these ones that we're driving right past right here. They have a not so much a shared driveway, but a rear entrance garage with a shared driveway to their garage, and so that feels a little bit different. And some of these homes have a little bit more character, like, you know, there's some Mediterranean Spanish style properties in here. There's also the kind of like the craftsman look in some that have, you know, actual like front porches, which you don't see a lot in Phoenix. And so I think that's another reason why there's just so much appeal. So you can see these homes don't have, a lot of these homes right here we're driving through don't have garages in the front. I actually kind of like that look, but some people do not like that because the garage is in the back and you don't have like your own driveway that you could park your car in, because there's not enough space in that, with that rear garage shared driveway situation. But not all of the homes in Verrado are like this. I will say that right now it's early February when I'm taking this video, and you can see where we would have a lot of trees with leaves right now for these tree-lined streets, but right now we do not have that because Arizona gets confused about the weather and what time of year it is. So this is, a lot of these trees have delayed leaves, you know, falling off and thinking it's fall when it's not. So you can see these ones have more like, these are like a more traditional style. These have garages in the front, and it's pretty typical. Really cute. So you'll see a lot of different variations. And then again, there's some homes like with like the higher end homes, again, that you can tell the difference. Higher end, more luxury type properties. So lots of different styles for whatever you might be looking for if you're moving out to Phoenix, or if you're looking at, you know, exploring the Verrado community. Those like Spanish and Mediterranean style properties right here, which are so cute. And again, lots of new construction in Verrado still going on. So if you're looking at new construction, you're considering buying, and you would like to build a home, or you want a brand new home, definitely let us know. We will tour new construction for you, and we will send you videos. We'll ask all the questions. We'll send you all the options and compare. They don't model every single floor plan. That's just a consideration. Some people get surprised by that, but the David Weekley, we went to David Weekley up here in Verrado last week, and they had something like 13 or 18 different floor plans that they offered for that community, which would be almost impossible for them to model every single one of those homes, and especially because they offer variations. But what we can do is we will look at the options that they have compared to what you're looking for. We'll go through the models, and then if the models are not quite the right fit for what you need, we will look at the other floor plans offered in that community and see if any of those maybe offer the change or the variation that you need, that the models that or the homes that are modeled don't offer. And so that's kind of how we go through that process with new construction. We know home buying is a very visual process, and so we try to see if they have, like, let's say you go with another floor plan that isn't modeled, we try to see if they have any of those same floor plans either already built or being close to being built or in the process, so that we can at least walk you through the floor plan on video, because we know it is such a visual process, home buying is. We understand that. So that's how we go through that process for our clients when they're building. So if you lived in one of these homes coming up, you would enter in back there. They've got their own little private driveway in the back. I do think that provides a little bit more security. A lot of people tend to park in Arizona. They tend to park their cars outside in the front, you know. But I do wonder sometimes about security and safety, just because I always think that that's a little bit just leaving your car up to chance of being broken into or something, I don't know, something happening, something hitting it. But that's just me. So you can see it right here to the left, there's like some nature preserve there. They've got a walking trail, and then like they have the little spots for the garbage containers, and then the trail goes through into that area. You see a lot of people out like walking their dogs and things like that in this community, which I think is what kind of makes it feel more homey. Is just you see people out and about, and you see people walking their dogs and running and biking, and they've got all of the different like green belt areas and everything. So just overall a really, really cute community. You can see the tree-lined streets right now. Again, kind of looking like fall with some of these leaves on these trees turning yellow, but that's very much like an Arizona thing, and how Arizona looks. So as we're driving up, you can see these, the mountains up here a little bit. I think I have a better vantage point, but we're going up into the Main Street area, so I'll drive you through there. And this is gonna look a lot different than what you're gonna see in most areas. So you've got CVS like right here, some little shops, and then this is Main Street. So I'm gonna turn right, and there's lots of different, they've got some like small little restaurants, coffee shops, like this little juice bar right here. And they've got a little bit of parking, but a lot of these are like smaller shops too. These aren't like main chains, which is another thing I think that kind of separates it. And then I actually don't know, I have to look into it, but I think that these are either rentable apartments that are up here or condos, but they've got all these little places to eat, little boutiques and everything, and just super, super cute. And then some of these have, access to the neighborhood right there, but then you also have like, this is the center, and that is just another community feature, amenity, of all the amenities that they have in here. And then they've got a school down this street, which I will drive through this area. School is in session right now. It's getting close to pickup time, so probably a lot of traffic coming up, but we'll go through here and let you see. So they've got a couple of different like community area, like community centers and things like that. So this is a school that we're driving past right now. Yeah, people are lining up for school pickup. So if you do live in any of these neighborhoods around the school, just like any school, anytime you're by a school, you'll have a bit of traffic and a little bit of congestion that comes with being by the school. So right now I'm passing by some of the higher end and luxury properties that are they're more spread out over here. They have, they're kind of in different areas, like on the mountain, which I think you see a lot of that in Phoenix with like custom homes, higher end homes. You'll see them like built up on the mountain or kind of separated away from the rest, you know, even if there's subdivisions close by. But again, we'll just drive through. This is another, you know, subdivision here in Verrado, kind of going back towards the direction that I started out, closer, you know, back to the start of Verrado off of the 10, but wanted to show you just another section so you can see, and then kind of get a feel for some of these like higher end properties over here. So this would be one of those higher end properties. And they've got custom homes. This is an ad right here for a custom home, and you could see some of them up on the mountain if you were to drive through. Cute porches, lots of green grass in this neighborhood in Verrado, which is something that I think you don't see as much of, and a big reason as to why it feels a little bit less like Phoenix, because it is a little bit harder to maintain grass and greenery. It's funny, we have a listing going live in a different section of Buckeye very soon. Right now we're passing a school, by the way. I think that this is a charter school that we're passing. So we have a listing going live, and I had shared a video, and somebody had commented on the video that like the backyard was kind of plain. It has turf and pavers and like very minimal landscaping work. And they said you need to add some greenery and potted plants. And it was just kind of funny because if you're familiar with Phoenix, you know that keeping anything green and alive year round here is very difficult and costs a lot of money for water, just because of our weather. But I don't know if she realized that. But So right now we are coming up on the Verrado firehouse, this brick building here. It's actually really like a beautiful, really beautiful building. It's here on our right. I'm gonna pass by it. I'm gonna show you, go through here. These are some rental homes here, a little bit, it's kind of funny. These are a little bit like pretty different than most styles that you'll see in Phoenix. I actually think that these are like, feel very, I don't know, southeast, like they remind me a lot of like the Charleston area. My husband and I visited the Charleston area a few years ago. Right here, this is a community center and pool and clubhouse type area over here. And I don't believe all of these homes are rentals. I think some of these are very specifically rentals, but this is, yeah, so this is the clubhouse over here on the right. These are more of the row home style homes that you're gonna see. And I will drive down a lot of them, just like very similar, you know, no front driveways. But here is that clubhouse and community center. It's really, really nice. They've got the grills over there and the pools. They've got like some seating areas, gazebos. So some of these are, I think, owned properties though over here, and then some of these are owned by like bigger rental management companies, if that makes sense. So that was the swim park community center over there. I will go, I'm gonna see if I can drive by some new construction for you right now. A lot of this section right here that we're driving past is pretty new or being built. And this is Victory right now. So this is that part of that section that was is age restricted. And then we're actually coming up here to back side of Victory, and the golf course is up here. There is some new construction going on, so I will have to go around, but I'll show you some of these. So you can tell typically a lot of these homes are single level, and that's usually how you can tell if something is is age restricted in Phoenix, is that you won't have any kind of mix. But a lot of these also have like view fencing. That's very common in a lot of our age restricted, especially like these are higher end homes and price points, and so that, you know, you'll see. And then we've got the golf course right there. So I'm gonna try to come around and go show you up by the golf course, but kind of went the back way into this neighborhood. That's okay. There's so many different areas that I could show you within Verrado. It would take hours and hours to show you every little subsection, but I like for you to get a good feel of the community if you're gonna be moving here, you're thinking of moving here, and you're trying to figure out what is it like, what do the neighborhoods look like, because it's a big decision, and especially especially if you're not from here or you're from a different part and you haven't been in the community, this can maybe help you figure out what it's like in the community, in the area, what it looks like even. That is that's a big thing to try to figure out, you know, on your own. And so a lot of these, like you can see there's little there's trails along the side here, walking and biking trails, and these end up going, like, they kind of intersect in different areas and then go off in between the neighborhoods or into like nature preserve areas. So that is again, if you're like looking for an outdoor lifestyle, I know it's super hot in Phoenix, but for the parts of the year that it's not, let's say you're moving here and you're thinking about relocating, or you're trying to be you're gonna be a snowbird and live here during the winter, perfect time. That's the best time of the year to enjoy all of the outdoor recreation and amenities. So here we've got all these mountains that surround Verrado. Again, that's a big selling feature for communities here, is those mountain views, or you know, being close to the mountains for hiking, just for the view and the aesthetics of it. It's a big feature here that a lot of people are really drawn to, having those mountain views and just really loving the look of having the outdoors and some of that desert landscaping around you, while also living in an actual community and not being in the middle of nowhere. So here we've got the golf course, part of the golf course right here. It says Victory. Good view of the community. So lots of mountain views over here, really, really beautiful, just community and features in this area, just really sought after, I think, for all those reasons. More golf over here. I'm trying to show you the best I can being in the car. Need to get some drone footage or something like that to show you the full community. That would give you a good sense of what it's like. And so I think I'm actually going to turn around over here, but they've got the Victory Club over here. Actually, I'll drive through to the Victory Club, show you, and then we'll go back and check out some of the other parts. But we'll try to get you've got a good overview, good view of the golf course and that area. So these are like granite mountains over here, a little bit different than a lot of the mountains that you'll see in the Phoenix area. A little bit of like more stone, a lot of rock, versus a lot of like the brown desert mountains that you'll see and hike around the rest of the areas of Phoenix. So a little bit of a different look over here as well. And so this is the Cliff House for the Victory course. So this is the clubhouse over here. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna turn around, because we're not going to golf today. We're just showing you Verrado, but I'll turn around and then we'll keep going on our tour. And the Verrado stairs are actually right up here. I don't know if you can see over there. So a lot of these people are coming to and from those stairs, and then they've got some hiking, some little trails over there as well. Off to my right, we've got some new construction going on right now. Capital West and David Weekley is over in this section. We really love David Weekley as a builder, and we love their design and floor plan. So if you're looking at building and you're interested, we really love David Weekley. But we have a lot of great builders and floor plans, and all for new construction if that's what you're looking for. So we're happy to point you in the direction of any new construction options that we think would be a good fit for you and your budget, and walk you through that process. We do both new construction and resale, so no, you don't have to go through new construction and do it on your own, which we think is very important to note, because a lot of people don't realize that we can represent you on a new construction purchase, and be your advocate, especially if you're going to be out of state, not super, if you're not familiar with going through new construction, what that process is like, or if you're just not here to know, then that's important to have some money on your side when you're doing that. So these are the village commons in Verrado. These are a little bit closer together, but look at how cute this little street is. And then they've got the Verrado Golf Club right here. So this is on the other side of that main street. So I wanted to make sure that you saw that. So this is the Verrado Golf Club. And then we will go through and we will go back and keep driving through the Verrado community. But if you're a golfer, then Verrado could be a really good option for you because of their golf courses that they have here. Again, just another appeal, whether you are looking to retire here or not. It's a big appeal to many home buyers. So this is off of McDowell Road right here. You've got a commercial complex right here. There's a Starbucks, like a Taco Bell, some doctor's offices, a vet, some different chains. And then over here we have some existing homes, but they have a lot of new construction over here going on. And so I'm gonna drive past some of the new construction that they have going on over here. This is at like the front end of the neighborhood. To my left, there's a lot of like undeveloped land over here, and different kind of a lot of desert area before you hit the 10. So again, a lot of this like really cute little areas. They've got little parks and like greenbelt areas all over in different sections. Really great if you have kiddos or dogs and you like to go on walks and stuff. So a lot of these homes are already built, but this is one of the builders that I visited recently, previewed some of their models. They have some really good plans over here. So they've got, this is views at Verrado by Woodside Homes. I really liked some of their plans that they have. So you can see, if we go over here, these are the models right here, but if we go this way, you'll see the new construction. These are the lots right now, which I expect that some of these are probably already purchased, but some of them are not, and still available. They're only releasing like a certain number at one given time. Most of the builders have a limit on how many homes they can release. So that is something to consider. I'm gonna go this way. We've got another builder over here. I believe this is Land C. And both of those are 2-story models. I don't know if they have any single level. A lot of these over here are 2-story, and these are those same like row home type with rear garages over here for the Land C homes. And I actually have not visited the Land C models over here yet. On my list to preview, just have not had a chance to get over there. But like I said, there's tons of new construction going on in Verrado, and so typically I try to get to them all. Sometimes I don't. If I don't have a buyer for whatever model, I won't have actually had a chance to see it all, but I try to go and see as much new construction as I can. We work new construction pretty often, and so it is helpful to try to stay up to date and preview as many models as I can, but I do not always get a chance to do so. Driving range over here. Off of Gulf Drive. This circles back to Main Street. So this is, so I showed you earlier, Verrado Golf Club. Well, here we are. And now we are gonna head out, and hopefully this tour. Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell? That way you get notified when I release new videos on this channel. We are trying to create so much more content this year to help you when you're moving to Phoenix, relocating here, or if you're just thinking about buying or selling in the Phoenix metro area. We are really trying to help you and create as much content as we possibly can to help you in that process, answer all of your questions, and give you a good sense of what the real estate market is doing here in Phoenix, what it's like living here, moving here, all the things. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I want you to not miss out on any video content that we create. And you know what? If you have any questions about moving here to Phoenix, you're thinking about moving here, you're already living here, but you want to buy or sell real estate, please reach out to us. Give us a call, send us a text, email us. We would love to help you. You're not bothering us, I promise you. Helping clients relocate here and buy and sell real estate that are already in the Phoenix market it's our job, it's our business, it's what we love to do, and you're definitely not bothering us. We would just be overjoyed to help answer your questions, point you in the right direction, and get you started in the process.